Welcome to For Good Measure, an interview series celebrating diverse composers and other creative artists. I'm Nanette McGuinness, Artistic Executive Director of Ensemble for these times. In this week's episode, we are joined by E4TT regular substitute cellist Abby Monroe. Thank you so much for joining us today for this conversation.
Of course.
We've loved having you play with us over the past few years, and you do a fabulous job with our social media. So,
thank you.
Yeah, tell me about your musical path, becoming a musician.
Oh, sure. Well, I started playing the cello when I was 9 years old. I was living in Seattle for just a year. My parents had just moved there for a year for my mom's work, and my mom had, I think, decided that she wanted to find a hobby for me. So I remember being in fourth grade, and there were these instrument classes that happened before school, and my mom took me to kind of see like a demonstration or like show and tell of the instruments so I could pick one to play. And I remember I really wanted to play the violin, but my mom couldn't take me to the classes on the violin mornings. And so I decided, or she kind of settled on playing the cello, kind of against my will. I really wanted the violin. And it's funny because I just saw my mom a month ago for a wedding, and I was telling her the story, and she had no recollection of it at all. She actually didn't remember that part of it. She's like, "No, you really wanted to play the cello." I'm like, "No, Mom, that's not how I remember it." She had no idea. And I've told this story for years. So, I'm not wrong about it.
I doubt you are. It's funny what our parents do and don't remember of our inner lives.
Yeah. But I mean, it's funny because I at first wasn't that interested in doing it, and now that's what I do. Yeah. So I just kind of played cello through later elementary school and middle school class. And then when I was in high school, I had a friend who was going to camp at Interlochen. A friend from Santa Fe, where I grew up, was going to camp at Interlochen, and my mom was like, "You should go. That would be fun." And so I like begrudgingly decided to go to the summer camp because it was 6 weeks long. I'd never gone to anything that long. It sounded miserable. It was very like summer campy too. So at the time I was like, maybe not. And then I was there for a couple of weeks, and I was like, this is amazing. And that's I decided, yeah, really. And I guess in New Mexico, you think of it, it's Santa Fe is such an artsy town. There's like just so much visual art and pottery and just like music. Even they have the opera in the summer and the chamber music festival, but like year round there wasn't a ton to do musically. There's youth symphony, and I think I took lessons of course, but there wasn't a big community of like kids that were really interested in playing instruments. And so I went to Interlochen, and all of a sudden everyone around me was really, really invested in what they were doing. And they had auditions over the summer to go to the academy. So like I would be there year round. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I want to do that. So I auditioned and got into the academy. So I went there for the last 2 years of high school. And I think at that point, just being immersed in music as like really the only thing that I was doing was like, well, I guess this is what I do now. So I should probably think about going to school for that later on and audition for conservatories. I don't even think I auditioned or applied for a university. I was like, I'm going to conservatory because music is the thing that I do. And ended up going to San Francisco and was in school. And then I was freelancing while I was in school, and I went back and got a diploma during the pandemic and had this idea that I was just gonna stay there and freelance, and then other opportunities came up, and so I left. I think that's the bulk of it, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I assume that you loved what you were doing. That's why you kept doing it.
Oh, of course. I mean, I think there came a point where I had other hobbies that I did when I was younger. Like I remember doing volleyball when I was in middle school. I was still playing the cello at the same time, but like I remember being really interested in volleyball, but I also remember that I wasn't tall enough, so I was the bench warmer of the team a lot of times, even though I really liked it. But I mean, throughout the whole thing, it was just cello that was there the whole time, and like really, I think being at Interlochen and just around people made me realize, like, yeah, this is what I want to do. There's not really anything else that I can picture myself doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, even now, that's still I still feel that way.
Right.
Yeah, every time like something like lose an orchestra audition or don't feel good about my playing, your instant thought is like, what else is there for me? What else do I like? And like I've been doing this and really nothing else for so long. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like I could go and try and be a volleyball player right now, especially
Yeah.
not in Louisiana.
Oh, right. Well, in any case, you're a very fine player, and your own identity is bound up and wound up with the cello.
Oh gosh, Phil, thank you. Yeah, it is. I'm realizing it more and more. Like even the way that I perceive myself sometimes is like based entirely on did I sound good today or did I perform well or did I audition well? It's like, well, who am I aside from that person that wants to succeed and be a good cello player? Like what else? How else do I put value in myself? I don't know.
It's hard. I mean, it's the same as being, I mean, probably all instruments, but being a singer. If your singing goes, eventually you have to evolve beyond that. Otherwise, it's really hard on the soul, right? On the spirit.
Yeah.
But, there's an awfully long time when how your day feels is all dependent on how your voice felt that day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
It's like our instruments are just kind of an extension of ourselves. Well, especially
yeah.
for singers, it literally is yourself.
Right, right.
Thank you for listening to For Good Measure, and a special thank you to our guest, Abby Monroe, for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our podcast by clicking on the subscribe button and support us by sharing it with your friends, posting about it on social media, and leaving us a rating and a review. To learn more about E4TT, our concert season online and in the Bay Area, or to make a tax-deductible donation, please visit us at www.e4tt.org. This podcast is made possible by grants from the California Arts Council, the San Francisco Arts Commission, Grants for the Arts, and generous donors like you. For Good Measure is produced by Nanette McGuinness and Ensemble for These Times and designed by Brennan Stokes, with special thanks to co-producer and audio engineer Stephanie M. Neumann. Remember to keep supporting equity in the arts and tune in next week for Good Measure.